There was no rest in his sleeping, no relief from the nightmares that haunted him both day and night. His children were all dead. His wife had given up on him. His friends were accusing him of crimes he had not committed, and every inch of his body was covered with open sores. This might not be the first picture that comes to your mind when you think of a winner, or someone at the height of their success. And yet, if you are looking for someone as an example of effective living, it is hard to find a man more worthy than Job. In Ephesians 6, we are told that we are in a spiritual battle against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. But I don't think we often stop to think about what success in this battle looks like, and what each side of this battle is actually trying to achieve. When we think of success, we usually have a picture in our mind that is closer to Job in the time before his trial, rather than when he was in the midst of it. He was a man of great wealth, well respected within his community, a good father, and someone who was clearly blessed by God. Yet God allowed his protection to be withdrawn from Job, his riches to be stolen, his name to be tarnished, and his children to be killed in a violent storm. Why? What was more important to God than Job's happiness, his wealth, his health, and even the lives of his children, that God would be prompted to allow such things? It might seem strange to us, but what God valued more than any of these other things was actually Job's character, his integrity, and exposing what Job's character was truly made of. When the accuser approached God's throne, and God began to gush with pride over his servant Job, this is how I understand that conversation. "Have you seen my servant Job?" God said. "He is like me. He is blameless in all he does. He loves what is good and he hates what is evil, just like me." The devil then turned to God and said, "He is not your servant at all. He's mine. He doesn't love what is good and hate evil. No. He's like me. He's a deceiver. He is simply manipulating you to get what he wants. He pretends to do what is right so that you will bless him. But take those blessings away. Let me curse him instead, and you will see whose son he really is. He is not like you. He's like me." The story of Job is a powerful reminder of what God values most. What matters most to God in our lives isn't our wealth, and it isn't our health, nor is it our physical success. Instead, it is our character. When we align ourselves with God's character, being holy because he is holy, loving good and hating evil, not because we want to be rewarded, but instead because of who we are, we show ourselves to be his children, and we are winning, even though it may not look like it. But when our hearts are focused on how we can be blessed without us having the same heart as the one who blesses us, even though we may look successful on the outside, we have missed out on true success. True success comes when His children allow our hearts and our minds and our actions to be transformed to resemble that of our Father, and to show ourselves to be His children even when we don't think anyone is watching, and even when doing what is right is not seen to be rewarded. Please remember to comment, like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe also, so that you can be notified of any new content. Thank you, and God bless.